When Iran's leaders laughed off Donald Trump's final warning, the world thought it was just another political clash. But what he said next silenced nations. World leaders froze, and within hours, Iran's generals were on the phone, begging to talk. What were Trump's last words? And why did they leave the entire world stunned? This isn't fiction. This is what really happened. Please support us by subscribe, like, and share for more, with activating the notification bell. Thank you. The United Nations Security Council had never felt so tense. Leaders and ambassadors filled the iconic horseshoe-shaped chamber where power often met paralysis. But on this particular day, something was different. The meeting was called to address Middle East security, but what unfolded became one of the most unpredictable geopolitical moments in recent memory. Suddenly murmurs echoed. Security personnel moved. Journalists stood. And then he walked in. Donald J. Trump, the former president of the United States, strode into the chamber uninvited but unbothered. Clad in a crisp navy suit, red tie, and that signature stern stare, he didn't greet anyone. He didn't shake hands. He walked straight to the center table and sat down like he owned the room. Iranian Ambassador Reza Bahrami raised an eyebrow. "We do not acknowledge this man's position," he said into the microphone. Trump didn't even blink. Instead, he slowly reached into his suit jacket and pulled out a cream-colored envelope. Unsealed, no stamp, just a black marker line across. The back, confidential, eyes only. He placed it gently on the desk. Didn't open it, didn't say a word, just stared ahead. Puzzled glances flew across the chamber. The Secretary General leaned over. "Mr. Trump, are you submitting something?" For the record, still no response. Camera zoomed in. The envelope became the most talked-about object in the world for the next 24 hours. Back in Tehran, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ghazavi held a closed-door session. "Let him play," he laughed. "We don't negotiate with ghosts of the past." But Trump wasn't playing, and the world would soon realize. This wasn't just about diplomacy. It was about a clock that had already started ticking. Hours after the envelope incident, a shadow figure walked into Iran's Majlis parliament building in Tehran. Dressed as an electrical technician, he carried a small tool bag and wore a cap that obscured half his face. Security barely noticed him. He walked confidently, like he belonged. Inside that tool bag wasn't just a screwdriver or wire cutters. It held a second envelope, nearly identical to the one Trump placed on the UN table. Except this one was addressed directly to Ayatollah Ghazavi, Iran's most powerful man. Minutes later, the envelope was hand-delivered to the Ayatollah's chief aide. It bypassed traditional diplomatic channels, raising alarms instantly. The fact that it reached the heart of Iranian power undetected terrified their intelligence chiefs. Inside the envelope was a single handwritten note, in Trump's unmistakable blocky print. "You may think this is about sanctions or pride. It's not. This is about a life. You know which one. You have 72 hours. Attached was a photo, blurry, taken in a desert, featuring a person whose identity was known only to Iran's innermost circle. Back in Washington, D.C., CIA Director Lauren Kemp stared at a secure feed of an encrypted satellite transmission. "He's really doing it," she whispered. "He's going off script." Iran responded with mockery, at least on the surface. State-run television broadcasted bold statements. Generals called Trump an irrelevant voice of the past. But behind the scenes, their national cyber unit tripled their firewall defenses. Military officers were recalled from vacations. Intelligence chiefs called for immediate counter-surveillance. What was Trump planning? His silence was the weapon, and fear was already spreading. Days later, Iran made its move. In an open challenge to what it called American manipulation, the Iranian military staged a lavish parade in Isfahan, showcasing what they claimed were advanced long-range missiles capable of reaching Israel, Saudi Arabia, and yes, even parts of Europe. The streets were packed with soldiers, trucks, missile launchers, and red banners declaring, "We stand alone, we fear none." The parade was aired live on global networks. Iranian officials hoped it would send a clear message. We're not backing down. But in the footage, right behind one of the missile trucks, viewers caught a glimpse of something strange. A man dressed like a municipal cleaner, moving from vehicle to vehicle, lingering at each one just a second too long. The image didn't go unnoticed. Within hours, U.S. and Israeli intelligence confirmed the man was not Iranian. In fact, he was a specialist from a secret joint NATO unit, trained for a new kind of warfare, not with guns, but with code. He had planted discreet microbeacons on at least 3 launch vehicles, tiny enough to go unnoticed, powerful enough to track and disable them remotely. Iran had walked into a trap, but they didn't know it yet. At a late-night meeting in Tel Aviv, Trump joined a secure video call. "Do not respond," he told Mossad. "Let them humiliate themselves." And they did. The parade became a propaganda disaster. A day later, one of the missiles exploded inside its hangar during testing, malfunctioning without explanation. It wasn't an accident. It was a warning shot. Just when the world thought the drama had peaked, things escalated in the most unexpected way. On a Monday morning, at exactly 9 a.m. Tehran time, something unthinkable happened. Iran's entire national broadcast system was hijacked. Television sets, online streams, even radio frequencies, all switched at once. Static buzzed for a few seconds. Then a video appeared. It was Donald Trump, sitting calmly at a wooden desk, the American flag behind him. He looked directly into the camera and said, "You've been warned. The name you protected is no longer yours. He's with us now, and time is not on your side." No declaration of war, no threats, just those chilling words, and then the screen went black. Back in Iran, chaos erupted. The Ayatollah's top aide reportedly fainted in the war room. Military leaders began yelling at one another, scrambling for answers. Was it a hack? Is it a bluff? What does he know? Minutes later, the U.S. Embassy in Switzerland released a video confirming the defection of Dr. Arash Javadi, Iran's leading nuclear physicist, presumed dead since 2019. He appeared healthy and smiling. I wasn't. I killed. I left. And now I'm free. The Americans didn't take me. I went willingly. He exposed hidden facilities, enrichment levels, the entire operation. The worst part? He revealed names. The Iranian regime's most trusted secrets were now public, and Trump's eerie message made sense. You protected him, but now he's with us. The world was stunned. That same evening, a special press conference was held at Mar-a-Lago. Cameras from every corner of the globe were present. Journalists buzzed. Analysts speculated. Social media exploded. Would Trump escalate? Was this his moment to declare cyber war? But when Trump stepped up to the podium, he didn't roar. He whispered. Looking directly into the cameras, he delivered one sentence. I told them, protect your people, or I will protect mine. And with that, he walked away. No questions. No elaboration. But that sentence echoed across continents. Within 24 hours, the Iranian government decommissioned 2 of its underground enrichment sites. China paused 3 major defense deals with Iran pending review. France and Germany pushed the UN to launch an emergency inquiry. Israel and Saudi Arabia held joint talks for the first time in 12 years. Iran's parliament went into emergency lockdown. Inside sources revealed the Ayatollah personally ordered an internal purge. Over a dozen top military officials arrested for negligence and betrayal. U.S. intelligence, NATO officials, even Russia admitted they didn't see it coming. No war was fought, no soldiers deployed, yet Iran was disarmed by fear, intelligence, and Trump's masterstroke. CNN's Jake Tapper said on live TV, "You don't have to like the man, but you have to admit he just played the most brilliant hand in modern diplomacy." And that mysterious envelope? Turns out it was empty, because Trump didn't need anything inside. He already had everything in motion. And just like that, one sentence changed global power. Iran laughed. The world watched. And Trump delivered. If this left you speechless, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, And share this with someone who thinks one man can't change the world. Because love him or hate him, Trump just reminded everyone, silence is sometimes louder than war.